shed water, and then cover it with wall foam and put the liner.
So would you say though that on average this has less potential to get any sort of corrosion versus the steel wall pools?
Yeah.
Well, it's got
that's another selling point.
that powder coating really adds a lot of and just it being out of aluminum, because a lot of these older liners used to be, or liner pools used to be steel walls, right? And just like the zinc plated steel, and I've seen them rust out.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, it's like also some people have salt systems, they overflow their pool, the water gets back there, it sits for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Water table, I mean, things happen. You know,
Yeah.
people still want to, like those products, put salt back.
Exactly.
So,
Salt corrodes.
Yeah.
Corrodes, you know.
very dangerous thing if not used appropriately.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's gonna corrode no matter what, you know. And but it is like you can optimize for best results. So materials, like whenever we do automatic pool cover vaults, we'll opt for the stainless steel cover, the brackets that you walk on that are like 1/2 inch thick of pure stainless steel. Yeah, but like it does two things. It makes it so you can actually like walk on the automatic pool cover stones, and then it also makes it so that if there's any water that's coming off, that doesn't corrode.
Right.
Because the steel ones or powder coated steel, you know, it just corrodes and falls apart. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what were you saying about like how tough this is, like on the liners? Are we gonna like sand that down or something?
No, so you use a foam padding.
Okay. On top of the steps?
On top of the steps and the walls usually, yeah.
Okay.
We use 1/4 inch thick foam padding, like 1 inch, you know, they have a little thinner stuff.
That makes
But
sense.
Yeah, you put a little foam padding to give it some protection, because rubbing, constantly back and forth,
Yeah.
it's gonna wear through that liner, and unless the stuff is absolutely perfectly smooth, which is tough to do.
Yeah.
Then and even if it is, I'll still always recommend the foam padding, because it gives you another user experience.
Yeah.
Where when you step on it, it's a little bit fluffy.
Yeah.
People really like that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right. So to the people on social media, your name and your company and where you're from.
I'm Andrew Penna. I own ABCO Pools in San Diego, California. We're a vinyl liner specialist, 35-year-old company, family owned, family operated.
Perfect. Okay. So and you specialize in these vinyl pools. So, whenever you come across these vinyl pools, what do you think is like the top 2 things that people should know when buying a vinyl pool?
When buying a vinyl pool, I think there's a lot of value in the swim season length for the vinyl liners, right? They have a thermal value to them over a plaster pool, for example, where they stay several degrees warmer, on average.
So you can extend that swimming season.
So you can extend that swim season as well. And just the simple fact that when it is time to remodel or redo a liner, the entry cost is much more accessible than a full replaster, right?
Exactly.
Yes, it might have to happen a little bit more often, but the numbers usually are in the green in the long term.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, they're just great user-friendly tools. And I think I'll add a third thing, it would be that they don't eat up your feet. And that's, I think, the number one thing that people complain about with plaster pools is your feet get really eaten up by the plaster and the pebble, etc. You will never, ever, ever have that issue with these pools. And people come to me all the time and say, "Oh my God, I love my vinyl pool because it's so soft on my feet."
That's awesome.
I think that's a great, value.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you have to get the plaster, pools have to get replastered. You got to chip all that out. It's going to cost somebody 15 to 20 grand.
Yeah.
And the vinyl liners last about the same amount of time as plaster.
Correct.
So, and it takes weeks to get that plaster done. So usually how fast does it take you to switch a vinyl?
Vinyl liner is usually a 1-day install, right? I mean, there is the manufacturing aspect of things, so you have to order the custom liner. All of these liners are usually custom made to this specific pool. So you order the liner, that can take 2-3 weeks to get it in your hands. But then within 3 days you're in and out of there. 1 day to drain the pool, another day to install the liner, then another day to fill the pool back up. And they're swimming. So they're without a pool for a very minimal amount of time. Versus the plaster pool, right? So people don't fear doing these projects in the prime time swim season, right? Because they're going to be without a pool maybe 3 or 4 days. And once you fill it back up with water, it's going to heat it back up fast,
Yeah,
right? Because of that thermal value that the liner insulates and provides.
Awesome.
So yeah, you'll get 10 to 15 years out of a liner with some proper maintenance and a little bit of good luck.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you don't get a healthy lifespan for a fraction of the cost.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And yeah, so about 1/3 the cost or less.
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah. I mean, obviously prices vary greatly around the country.
Yeah.
But that's about a pretty precise number right
That's
there.
great value. Great value. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk soon.